Well, welcome everybody. Tonight's question is, are you more afraid to build it or more afraid to watch it burn? So tonight is this is 4Q Boundaries live tool training, and this is our 7th week of live trainings. And tonight we'll be focusing on your ability to create and destroy. I'm going to direct your attention to the screen right now, and there's a little section here called Foreign Energy. It's right here, Foreign Energy and Resistance. Here's a little statement down here. I'm not going to read, but for those of you that like to think and contemplate, this is a good statement that you can reflect upon. But tonight we'll be exploring our two most powerful forces in this universe, and that's our ability to create and destroy. And we'll be doing that through a meditation tonight. So my name is Michael Spackman. I am the craniosacral therapist, business owner, and creator of 4Q Boundaries. And our mission is moving from being an energetic sponge to an empowered observer. And tonight, our goal is to explore a 4Q Boundaries tool that is creating and destroying to help you reclaim your space and balance your relationship with power. So as I mentioned, this is week 7, so we've been building things for the last 6 weeks. And how we build things is by using tools. Our website is focused specifically on your personal space and your 4 bodies, which I'll be talking about in a moment. But the last 6 weeks, we've been focusing on specific tools. And those tools are basically, if you look over here, we've been working on grounding, reclaiming your energy. We actually work on a specific area called your inner sanctuary, which is you developing a space within you to learn about your neutrality. Also, next week, we're going to be working specifically on neutrality itself. We also, week 4 and week 5, we worked on really using the universe's energy and the Earth's energy to help us clear out blocks and stimuli out of our physical body as well as out of our aura. And then last week, we worked on really defining our boundaries, our personal space by our aura, and learning how to bring that around our bodies, as well as using what we call a boundary bubble to help you define that space in a 360-degree way. And so tonight we're moving forward with these tools, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning a new tool, which is called your creating and destroying. And what this tool is really designed to do is to help you sort of purge the energy that you're not able to release through these other methods that we've been teaching over the last 6 weeks. And if you want to know more about these tools, one, we're going to be in the training tonight itself. We'll be covering each of those tools, but there'll be reviews, not actually the lesson itself. So if you'd like to learn more about those tools and start to master those tools for yourself, what I recommend you doing is actually going to our YouTube live. In our YouTube 4Q Boundaries channel, we actually have a live tab where all of these videos are stored, and you can actually listen to the training of each of these tools each week, and they're free. It's part of the YouTube channel, which I'm really happy to share with the community. Also, if you would like to sort of just really get focused on the tool itself, and you want to master it by using other training methods, we have skill builders and we have challenges for each of these lessons. What you can do is come to the 4Q Boundaries membership library, and that actually has those. In fact, I'll be using the library tonight for our audio, so I'll show you that in just a few moments. So 4Q Boundaries is basically it's a statement. It's 4Q Boundaries is 4 questions about your boundaries. And those boundaries are your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. And last week and the week before, we really were saying that your aura, which is an electromagnetic field that surrounds your body, at the edge of your aura inwards, that's your personal space. And so within your personal space, you have these four bodies. And this is something that I was really working with my cranial sacral clients when I started really becoming more conscious of how people were experiencing stimulus within their body as we were doing this manual therapy and how they were perceiving these different stimuli. And so it dawned on me, it's like, oh, okay, well, the physical body, because as a manual therapist, I'm actually feeling tension. I'm feeling the fascial restrictions within the body, and I'm doing it throughout the whole body. So I'm paying attention to the blood, the bones, the organs, the skin, the nervous system. So I'm working with the brain, spinal cord, things like that. And you're able to actually learn to interpret and learn to feel these areas of tension. And those areas of tension is where the body is out of balance and out of homeostasis. And as we discussed in previous lessons, our body is designed to keep us alive. It requires homeostasis. It requires balance. And so I'm not going to really go into that tonight because I've covered it in other lessons. However, homeostasis is really important. So when we're paying attention to the body, when there's something stuck within the body, there's tension in there. And that tension is communication. And so by learning to focus your attention inwards on a physical level, you can actually start to feel those areas of tension or those agitations. And that's your body telling you that, hey, I'm stuck in here. We need to change something. And this is actually why we've been exploring these tools up to the 7th week, is to build a toolbox of different ways to help us release energy and to fill ourselves up, to create that homeostasis within ourselves so that way we're at our optimal health. And so from a physical level, we can actually notice these sensations. Now we have 3 other energetic bodies that everybody knows they exist if they actually pay attention to them. We all know we have emotions. Well, guess what? The emotions are not your physical body. It's something else. It's an emotional body, and it carries stuff as well. And so like if you notice on the screen there, I was talking about navigating guilt, and ending those agreements and the fear of being seen. So a lot of times we'll be holding emotional garbage in our person, in our emotional body. And so what we're doing with, again, these tools is not only are we releasing stuff from the physical, but we're also releasing the stuff from the emotional body, because guess what? The emotional body is attached to the physical body. Same thing with the mental body. The mental body is dealing with your scripts, it's your dialogues. There's so much to the mental body that a lot of times we really take for granted how we perceive the world is all based on scripts. So if you're, like right now, there's a lot of politics and a lot of anger on, various parties. Well, guess what? Those are all scripts, guys. And right or wrong, those are scripts. Right or wrong is a script. And so part of this is learning about where are you holding on to these energies in your mental body that are causing distress to you in your space. The spiritual body, that's a little different. What we're doing with the spiritual body is, are you present? Are you here in the moment? And if you're not here in the moment, you're somewhere else. When you go to sleep, guess what? You leave. You're asleep. If you are daydreaming, guess what? You're not here. You're somewhere else. If you're thinking about something other than where you're at, guess what? You're somewhere else. And so it's one of those things where we forget how easy it is to not be present. And so tonight, again, we're going to be exploring a specific tool, which is creating and destroying. However, the past 6 weeks, we have been exploring various tools on helping us get back our presence in this moment in time. And the biggest thing I like to emphasize is that, guess what? Your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual bodies are all energetic. But guess what? It requires a physical body to be connected, to be here in the present moment. Because your physical body is never anywhere else but the present. And so when we're talking about homeostasis, we're not just talking about the physical body's level of homeostasis. We're also talking about homeostasis from an emotional level, a mental level, and a spiritual level. And by balancing these four bodies, by asking that simple question, what am I noticing? And by becoming more conscious of these four bodies, you're going to start taking ownership of your personal space in a way that most people don't consciously use or own. And that's the goal for 4Q Boundaries, is to explore these different bodies, explore these boundaries, and to take ownership and to kick foreign energy out that's trying to influence us, that also may be influencing us in a negative way, that's causing us to be out of our balance. And that's all I'm going to say for that right now, because it's about the tool tonight. So why creative destructive tools? Why do they work? And I sort of already was explaining this. So if you're looking at the tool itself, so again, we've been grounding the body, we've been reclaiming our energy, which when we bring our energy in, we're pushing energy out of our body. When we're reclaiming the center, we're reclaiming the inner sanctuary of our cranium itself, it gives us awareness of where we are able to be in the moment. So when you're looking at somebody, you can be looking through your eyes because you're right here in that command center, which is also your central nervous system. And then from there, by having the energy flowing through our body, which is using the earth and cosmic energy, and also having that energy flowing through our aura and having that all grounded, energy is moving. However, what happens is that sometimes we're really stuck. Let's say you've had some really big trauma, or let's say there's a habit that you've developed in your life that is chronic. And the simple grounding and releasing and having energy flow isn't moving the energy out of your body. And the reason why it's not is because it's cemented in your space. And that's why we use tonight's tool. Because what's happening is, by being able to recognize how you are able to create something, by placing your attention on that ability to create, you're learning about your relationship of what is it like to be a creator of something. As well as when you destroy something, you're learning what your relationship is to be a destroyer. And for you to be in a healthy, homeostatic space, you need your ability to create as well as your ability to destroy. Because if you get stuck in just being a creator and all you can do is create, but you can't destroy the things that you create, what happens is basically you become a hoarder. You become a glutton. Everything expands within you because there's no way to release. And that's why we destroy, is that when we're creating, we have to have enough space to be an effective creator. And so what happens is, by using that destructive side of us, we're able to clear the canvas, so that way we can actually have space to then create the things we want. And that's the same thing with the destructive side of ourselves. Because let's say you are somebody it's really easy for you to destroy stuff. Let's say, it's like you probably know people. I know people like this. They go through relationships. It's like relationship. Well, why do they keep going through all these relationships? There's a lot of reasons. But sometimes what it is, it's easier for some people to destroy things than it is to create. And sometimes they start to create something and they get scared of what they're creating. So instead of actually honoring and owning what they're creating, their natural reaction is to blow it up, to destroy it, because they're experiencing something, fear, whatever it may be, and so their reaction is to naturally destroy it. And so again, it's looking at that dichotomy of being able to create, being able to destroy, and realizing it's like, what's my relationship with both of these abilities that we all have, and by understanding, by becoming conscious of that relationship you have within you, it makes it easier for you to create things as well as to be able to destroy things. But guess what? You're in charge. You get to decide, what do you want to keep? What do you want to get rid of? And that's the power of the awareness of what's going on within you. And that's why we teach tools, is because you may have foreign energy in you that says you're a terrible creator, or that you're an amazing creator. Because you're such an amazing creator, you should never destroy anything, or that you're nothing but chaos. And some people go, they revel in, I'm a chaotic person and that's all it is. But then what happens is, their creative side is nothing but destruction. And some people, that's what their whole purpose in life is. I don't know. The goal tonight is not to create morals, but it's just to be aware of these creative and destructive forces within us, and to realize that these are tools that we can use to help clear out stuck stimulus within us. And by understanding these forces, then we're able to actually create healthy boundaries on that physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. So this is how we do the work. So it's awareness over mastery. My biggest thing is, it's not about memorizing things. It's not about understanding rules. It's really about becoming more conscious to how does stimulus impact you in your personal space in those 4 boundaries. And so how we do that is we use audios. And the reason why I like audios is that when you're listening to an audio, you can completely go unconscious, and guess what? The audio is still playing. So when you come back to awareness, you wake up, the audio is still playing, which then gives you that consciousness of, wow, okay, I disappeared for a bit, which is teaching you about what just happened. It's not telling you what happened. It's teaching you, it's giving you that awareness of, am I present or am I not? So if you go unconscious during tonight's audio, guess what? You had a spiritual experience. It's called, you left. You stopped hearing the audio, which is telling you something. And then, it's like, well, Michael, what is it telling me? Wrong question. Because in step 2, which is notice, it's called notice what you notice. It's not about finding the answer. It's about learning to become more conscious to how stimulus impacts you. And what does it feel like to have a space that energy is flowing freely versus a space that is rigid, hard, stuck, sluggish, dampened, suppressed. And what I'm noticing, and this is what I notice, and this is what I do as a craniosacral therapist, but this is also what I do as a meditator, is by becoming conscious to those sensations, you don't need to understand what the sensations are. That's your mental body saying, I need to know everything. And that's society's programming saying that, for you to actually really know what's happening within you, you have to have all the information, which means you have to go through this massive list, which is like, wow, that's exhausting. So what my goal for you guys is to start to become more conscious to stimulus, but then start to use these tools to clear out those blocks, so that way you can recognize, like, oh, my energy is flowing now, where before it felt like it was rigid or really tight, or it felt like I was just so drained because I was holding all this stuff. And then from basically through repetition, which is our third column there, by repeating the exposure to these tools, you're developing your awareness of what happens, let's say when you're around friends or family, or when you're around work, or around certain types of people, or you're listening to certain type of media. When you're living life, you get to start to recognize when your energy stops moving or starts to slow down or get stuck. Or maybe there's a person that stimulates you, or a life experience that stimulates you, that causes you to recognize where you're holding on to old energy, old wounds within you. But guess what? Those are opportunities for you to clear them out so that way you can be here in the present moment. Because bottom line is that, this is all about being in the present. And it's being in the present on a physical level, emotional level, mental level, spiritual level. And so that's what we're doing with everything in 4Q boundaries. So we're about ready for the audio itself. So the biggest thing for tonight, what I invite you to do is your physical environment. If you haven't told people already, I always tell people if you're living with other people, let them know that they can either join you or to leave you alone while we're doing this live. Because a lot of times when you start finding your space, people want to ask questions just because you're learning how to find your space. And they're like, what is he doing? What is she doing? And tell them it's like, this is what I'm doing, so please don't bother me while I'm doing this. And so part of the physical space setup itself is, being seated, feet flat on the floor, hands open, and really turn off the cell phone, and just being able to relax because your focus is going to be going inwards. The intention itself is, can you give yourself permission to have this space for yourself? So many people are so overstimulated. Our cell phones, our media, our computers, we're walking stimulus. And so this is a time for you just to disconnect from everything else so that way you can have your space for yourself in this moment in time. And that's the third column too, which is just drop the baggage. So it's letting go of the whole day so that way you can be present and listen to this audio as many times as you want because it's on YouTube and it's free. So tonight itself, like I said, it's on creating and destroying. The audio training is going to be 43 minutes long. Again, the only instructions you have is notice what you notice. What are you experiencing? And don't go farther than that, because the more that you try to figure things out, you're now trying to analyze stuff. And if you haven't been doing this long, I just want you to be present and just start to become more conscious to just the fact that you can experience yourself in a different way, which is called going inwards. And then again, like I said, if you start drifting or going unconscious, not a big deal. That's a part of the process. In fact, I've been working on this video or this audio a bunch of times this week, and there were several times where I went unconscious because of stuff I was working on. I needed to kick it out of my space. And for me to kick out of my space, I disappeared for a few minutes. And then I came back and was like, wow, I feel so much better. So that's my hope for you too. So I'm going to move on to the next screen, which is our presentation itself. So this is, like I said, this is one of our tools. This is our tool trainer in 4Q boundaries. And we also have skill builders and challenges, which is, we don't share those on YouTube itself. Those are actually a part of the membership, but I just want to let you know they're there. And tonight we're going to be listening to this audio. And I think that's all I do want to share with you. So the introduction, basically what we're going to be covering is the tools. The first 6 weeks of tools, we'll be doing that. That's going to be about 15 minutes long. Then we're going to be going into the creating and destroying bubbles. And then we'll be releasing other people's energy. So we'll be taking the bubble exercise and then applying it to clearing everybody else out of your space. And then we go into a short conclusion. Then after that, we'll come back to the slides and we'll finish up for the evening. So enjoy yourself, and I will talk to you on the other side. Let's begin. I'd like you to put your attention on yourself and just notice how your body feels. Notice that you have a grounding cord attached to the base of your spine, and then it goes all the way down to the center of the planet. And just allow your body to release. Notice how the body feels as you're just sitting and releasing. You can have your eyes closed and just enjoy this sense of relaxation. Notice that you can just breathe. Notice that weight of your body. And notice that you can continue to allow that grounding cord to let go of any distractions that you may be having right now. And if there's some stimulus that's happening within your body, start to recognize it, identify it by just simply asking the question, what am I noticing? On a physical level, on an emotional level, on a mental level, and on a spiritual level. And if you feel like there's some type of charge happening within you, allow your body just to let it go. And you can just check out the length of your grounding cord. Just notice that connection to the base of your spine all the way down to the center of the planet. Just notice how wide your grounding cord is and the color of it. And as you're allowing your body just to relax, I'd like you to create a bubble in front of you. And in that bubble, start to call back your energy from your day, your week. And just start to collect up your energy. So as your body is releasing foreign energy out of it, you're using this bubble to collect up the energy where you left it, somewhere else. You can notice the density of that bubble in front of you. Notice its color. Notice how big it is. And then bring that bubble above your head and just start to allow that energy to come right into the top of your head.
just filling everything out. Every nook and cranny is just receiving your energy. Allow your energy to go into your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your throat. Allow it to go into your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Allow your energy to go into your chest, into your waist, your pelvic area. Let it go down into your legs, all the way down into your feet. Fill your body up with you. And if there's any foreign energy that's still in your body, just allow that energy to go down your grounding. And let's say hello to your inner sanctuary. I'd like you to notice your head and just notice the front of your head and the back and the sides, the top and the bottom of it. Really give yourself permission to notice that space within you and ground it. Notice that grounding cord. Allow that grounding cord to go all the way down to the center of the planet. And just continue to release any foreign energy that's in your inner sanctuary. And you can set a tone for your inner sanctuary too as you're releasing foreign energy out. What tone would you like your inner sanctuary to be at? Set it. Own this space. And now I'd like you to put your attention on your feet and notice that earth energy that's coming up through your feet. What color are you running right now? Allow that earth energy to come all the way up through your leg channels, all the way up to your hips. Let it go down that grounding cord and just give yourself permission to notice the color of that energy coming up and returning back to the earth, helping you release foreign energy out of your body. And now check out the top of your head. Notice that cosmic energy that's coming in through the top of your head. And again, what color are you using? And allow that cosmic energy to come right into the top of your head and down those two channels next to your spine. And allow that energy to go down your grounding and just watch it. Notice what is it like to have this energy flowing through your body and you're just being conscious to it. And as you're noticing that earth energy running and that cosmic energy running, they're both going down your grounding cord. Notice those two channels that are connected to your grounding, and just notice that they come up through the front of your body. And they're also allowing a portion of your earth and cosmic energy to come up through the front of your body, and allows that energy to spout out through the top of your head, out into your aura. And just watch that energy. Notice the color. And you can also notice that channel that goes across the shoulders and allows the energy to come out of your hands. And again, just watch it. Watch that earth and cosmic energy release out of your hands. Notice what it's like to have energy coming out of your hands and out of your head, out into your aura. This blend of earth and cosmic energy is helping clean up the energy that's in the front of your body. It's helping clean out the energy in your arms and your neck and your head. And as it's swirling around your aura, be aware of having your aura around about 12 to 18 inches around you. Have your aura attached to your grounding and just notice how solid that is attached. And just be conscious. Notice, what is it like to have a grounded aura that's being cleansed with your earth and cosmic energy. And now we're going to have a little fun here. So, what I'd like you to do is right outside of your aura, you're going to notice that bubble. It's helping you define your space. And allow that bubble to move around you. Notice that bubble is separating you from everybody else. Notice that it's grounded. And if you'd like, you can have it just move around your aura. Notice it going above your head and behind you. Watch it as it moves to your sides, your right and left sides, and below you. And just sort of watch it just move around. It's just creating that boundary between you and everything else. It's there to catch the energy. So instead of your aura having to release foreign energy, you're letting this bubble do it for you. Now, what I'd like you to do is on the other side of that boundary bubble, I'd like you to create another bubble. So this is something separate. And I'd like you to see that bubble. Notice it's in front of you. And I'd like you to have that bubble turn to blue. And then I'd like you to imagine blowing that bubble up, just letting it disintegrate. And notice, what is it like to create a blue bubble and then destroy that blue bubble. Notice, how does your body respond to that creation and the destruction? And now I'd like you to create another blue bubble, again outside of your aura. And again, really see this blue bubble. And I'd like you to destroy that bubble, blow it up. Watch it disintegrate. And I'd like you to create another blue bubble outside of your aura. And now blow that blue bubble up. Just watch it go poof. It's gone. And again, notice, how do you respond physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, as you're creating something and then destroying it. And now I'd like you to create a yellow bubble. Again, outside of your aura, see it. Notice how big it is. Notice how round it is. What shape is it? How does it look to you? And now I'd like you to blow up that yellow bubble. And now I'd like you to create another yellow bubble. See it. And blow that one up. And now I'd like you to create another yellow bubble. And blow that one up. And now I'd like you to create a red bubble. And again, notice this red bubble is on the outside of your aura and is on the outside of your boundary bubble. And just see this red bubble created. And now destroy it. Now create another red bubble. and destroy that one. And create another red bubble and destroy that one. And now I'd like you to create a green bubble. And again, have this green bubble on the outside of your aura, on the outside of your boundary bubble. Again, notice it. Notice the dimensions of this bubble. See the color. Again, notice how do you respond on a physical level, on an emotional level, on a mental level, spiritual level, as you're creating and destroying these colors. And so as you're looking at this green bubble, I'd like you to now destroy it. And now I'd like you to create another green bubble. And now destroy it. And now I'd like you to create another green bubble. And now destroy it. And now I'd like you to create an orange bubble. And again, notice that orange bubble is outside of your space, outside of your boundary bubble. Notice how big it is. Notice that orange color. And now destroy it. And now I'd like you to create another orange bubble. And destroy that one. And now create another orange bubble. And destroy that one. And now I'd like you to create a purple bubble. Again, notice that purple bubble outside of your space, outside of your boundary bubble. And as you're paying attention to this purple bubble and watching it manifest in front of you, I'd like you to notice your body. Notice that you're grounded. Notice that you're running energy. Notice that you can be at ease as you're watching these creations happen outside of your space, as well as watching your creations get destroyed outside of your space. And are you enjoying this process of creating and destroying? Just notice what's going on inside. And now I'd like you to destroy that purple bubble. And now I'd like you to create another purple bubble and destroy it. And I'd like you to create another purple bubble and destroy that one. And now I'd like you to create a pink bubble. And again, notice this pink bubble is outside of your aura. It's outside of your boundary bubble itself. You're just letting energy run through your body. And as you're watching this creation happen, it doesn't take any of your body's energy to do this because it's not you. And destroy that pink bubble. And I'd like you to create another pink bubble. And now destroy it. And I'd like you to create one more pink bubble. And now destroy it. And again, just notice yourself, notice your body. Notice that you can allow your grounding cord to be on release. And anything that is causing you to be feeling uncomfortable, or maybe causing you to go unconscious, or whatever you're experiencing as you're creating and destroying, if you ever feel effort, just know that you can let that effort go. Just allow yourself to let this process happen. And all you're doing is sitting in a chair, relaxing, as you're easily creating something and then destroying it. And because you're creating and destroying, and your body is responding, your space is responding to this creating, destroying, I'd like you to call back your energy from wherever you may have left it and fill yourself up. Fill up every nook and cranny. Just let that energy come in. Let it flow. Again, you can just notice your aura itself. Notice the back side of you, the sides, above you, below you. And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to create, again, a clear bubble outside of your space, outside of your boundary bubble. And in this bubble itself, I'd like you to have this bubble represent a family member. And as you have this bubble sitting outside of you, I would like you to allow your family member's energy, any of their energy that may be in your space, to be pulled out of you and placed into this bubble. And you may notice what the color of that bubble is. And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to destroy that bubble. Just blow it up. And what's happening is you're letting their energy go back to them. And notice, what is it like to give somebody back their energy? How do you respond on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level? And as you're giving that person back their energy, I'd like you to create another bubble for that person. And again, allow their energy to continue to release out of you into this bubble. Notice that you can still be grounded as you're letting this energy release. And again, blow that family member bubble up. Let it go. Give them back their energy. And then what I'd like you to do is create a bubble for yourself and call your energy back from that family member. Allow your energy to fill up into this bubble. And bring your energy above your head and start to just let that energy saturate every cell of your body. Completely fill up all the spaces where your family member was sitting inside of you. Let it go. As you were releasing them, fill your energy back up into those areas. And now I'd like you to put another bubble out in front of you. And in this bubble, I'd like you to have a person that you like. And let their energy, any place that you may be holding their energy within you, allow their energy to go into this bubble. Release them. Let them go. Give them back their energy, their power. And again, destroy that bubble. And I'd like you to create a bubble for yourself and call your energy back from that person that you liked. Anywhere where you may have swapped energy by mistake, call your energy back. Again, fill yourself up. Allow your energy to go into your body, filling all the nooks and crannies of you. So that way you're full and vibrant, allowing your light to shine. And now I'd like you to create a bubble for someone that you love. And again, anywhere that you're holding that person's energy within you, allow their energy to release. Let it go. Their energy does not serve you within you. Give them back their power. Give them back their energy source. And again, notice that this bubble that you've created for someone that you love is outside of your aura. It's outside of your boundary bubble. And again, blow it up. Let it go. Give them back their energy so they can use it for themselves. And now I'd like you to call your energy back. So create a bubble for yourself. And bring that energy in. Bring your energy in. Fill yourself up. And as you're filling yourself up, just notice that you're grounded. Notice that your energy is running. Give yourself permission to do this exercise in no effort, no judgment. You're just letting things go and filling yourself up. And now I'd like you to create one more bubble outside of you. And this bubble represents somebody that you dislike. And again, let that person's energy, anywhere that you may be holding it, could be in the past. Again, this energy could be stuck on an emotional level, on a mental level. Wherever their energy is at in your space, let it go. Release it. Put that energy of that person that you dislike out of you. It does not serve you by being inside of you. And now blow up that bubble. Let it go. Give that person their energy back. And then create a bubble for yourself. Call your energy back from that person that you dislike. Anywhere where you may have swapped energy, claim your energy back. And again, take that bubble that's your energy and bring it above your head and fill yourself up. Again, every nook and cranny within your body, every space that you released that person that you disliked out of you, fill yourself up with your own energy, with your own power. And again, just notice what it's like as you're reclaiming yourself, that you can do it grounded. You can do it with your energy running. And you can do it with your aura around your body about 12 to 18 inches. And know as you're doing this type of exercise where you're creating and destroying, you're releasing, you also want to call back. Always claim your energy back, fill yourself up. Congratulations. So, this is an exercise I would recommend doing as much as you can. Get comfortable with just sitting in a chair, relaxing your body, and just notice what it's like just to create something and destroying something, creating something and destroying something. Use the audio to help you stay conscious as you get familiar with this ability to be at ease, be at no judgment. This is just a simple exercise of, wow, I can create something, I can destroy something. And then also, anytime that you're noticing that you're feeling full or you can't get rid of thoughts or you can't get rid of a person, you keep thinking about this person or you can't stop thinking about work or school, guess what? That's inside of you. So, guess what? If you're not able to let it go through your grounding cord, then use this tool of creating and destroying to help you release it. And then what will happen is you'll start to get more space. You'll get more space. You'll get more space because you're calling your energy back. You're filling up yourself. So it's a really simple exercise, but it's extremely powerful. So enjoy this for the next 7 days. And I look forward to speaking with you next week. Take care.
Realize my audio is off. Anyways, I'm going to start over again since my audio is off. So, anyways, welcome back, guys. So, I love this stuff. I love meditation, and the reason why I love meditation is that it's all about really desensitizing myself. I have a very sensitive body, and guess what? So do you. But we're sort of in a world where we don't really recognize how sensitive our bodies are. And instead of honoring our sensitivity, we try to override, we try to control. We do that through various ways. We tell people what to think. We put medication in the body to uh, change it in certain ways. And none of those things are wrong. However, I mean, how many times have you seen your doctor and they said, well, so have you found your space today? Have you meditated? Have you been able to clear out all that stress that's in your body? Um, and I've never had anybody ask me that. And so what I notice for like myself, and I hope that you're really dedicated in taking care of yourself. But like just tonight itself, it was so amazing to sit and just to be aware of having my aura tight around me and just the simplicity of like, oh, there's a bubble outside of me. How am I perceiving that? Oh. And I started noticing, oh, I destroy the bubble. And then sometimes I'd notice my body, there was this effort in it. It's like, oh wow, look at that. I'm using effort to try to destroy it. And it's like, but there shouldn't be any effort. When we're creating a bubble, we're not using any of our energy. We're not using our physical body. We're not using our emotional body, our mental body, our spiritual body. We're not using any part of our personal space to create this bubble. It's manifesting because we will it to happen. We see it. That's the creative part. But it's not a birthing process. This is not a physical body exercise. However, there may be programming within you that is causing you to experience in that way. Or maybe you're used to, your creative side is used to thinking how to make things happen. Or maybe your emotions are really attached to the creative process of you. And in this exercise, it's about none of that. It's just the simple manifestation of something because you hear an audio that says create a bubble. And so what you're doing is you're learning how to create that bubble outside of your space and be aware of the dynamics of you and just this creative process. And recognize, like when you decide to destroy it, are you able to see it being destroyed? I mean, there were some times I was like going, oh, there's effort in this destruction. But then, wow, there's effort in my destruction, which is, guess what? That's something within me that's causing this effort to manifest, to get in, that's interfering with my destructive side of me. And guess what? I can actually release that because when it goes away, guess what? I'm processing this. This is the ability, this is working energy without having to work at it, without having to physically use any of your energy to make these things happen. And that's the beauty of this type of work, is you're letting energy flow through you without any effort. You're being able to be grounded and releasing without any effort. You're being able to reclaim your energy without any effort and releasing other people's energy out of you without any effort. You're able to sit inside your inner sanctuary without any effort. And so the goal with this is being able to just sit and be and decide, do I need to think, be in my mental body? Do I want to use my emotional body? Do I want to explore the aspects of my spiritual body? Or maybe I want to explore the aspects of my physical body. By you having your space, you're able to do all that. But it takes time and a dedication and a desire to realize that miracles happen every day. But for you to I should say, recognize and to really experience all the things that you create, for me, it's all about finding my space. It's all about being able to define myself so that way I can recognize myself versus somebody else. Which then, to be honest, gives you the miracle of being able to see people for who they are and recognizing, oh, I see where you're at. And then the goal is can I give you space to be you? Or do I have to now change you because there's something going on within me? And that is, to be honest, a miracle and a blessing when you're able to give people space to be unique. And that's what I hope for everybody. So, oops. So to do this, I've already sort of talked about this. This is about making a habit out of this. One audio, one night isn't going to do it. It's repetition. That's why I said we have one 3-step process, and that's the only rule, which is listen to an audio, notice what you notice, and then repeat. And you're building that muscle memory of the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. And so this is what we talk about when we're looking at the habits. So, committing time to doing this type of practice. And you have these audios on YouTube. This is a part of our live on Euphoric Q Boundaries. So you have to click on the button for live and listen to them. Please listen to them. They're free, and I did this deliberately because I want people to have better boundaries. Life is chaotic on this planet right now, and we all need to come together and have boundaries. So that way we can actually see what's going on and decide for ourselves, how do we want to exist? How do we want to live? And I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I just want you to have your space. And so you can use the audios there, and this is what I do recommend, is I'd love for you to join 4Q Boundaries memberships. It's $25 a month or $250 a year. It's very inexpensive. I mean, currently we have almost 30 hours of audio, and I have so much more I want to be training you guys on. So the membership is really to keep the website going, because it costs money to produce all this stuff and to keep the website live. So I would love your support, and that's the 4Q Boundaries membership. And there's the link. You can go to 4Q Boundaries. So also, please help share. Please help spread the word. Boundaries, it's really important. So by liking this video, by sharing this video, by subscribing to this channel, you're supporting us. And the vision I have is what I was saying, is like, wouldn't it be amazing to have more people have their space and their personal boundaries? What would it be like to be in an office or be around friends where you can have your space and have a dialogue from this space of being empowered to be able to communicate with two empowered people because you both have your space? And I think that would just be awesome. So here's my last statement for the evening is, your power isn't just in what you keep. It's in your divine right to create your world from scratch and to destroy anything that no longer reflects who you are. Have a fabulous evening. Thank you for joining, and I will see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Take care.